I think, first of all, in terms of inclusive, absolutely, India has made this an important part of the presidency. In fact, we see more countries, more delegations included in India's G20 presidency than ever before, something like 43 if I'm not mistaken, and that includes a number of additional countries outside of the G20, a number of countries in Africa, for example, being brought into the conversation, a number of international organizations brought in the conversation. So quite literally, it's the most inclusive G20 ever before. Action-oriented, I think India, as we understand, wants to continue introduce continuity from previous G20s. Of course, Indonesia just wrapped up. But really, this is an important moment in time because we have from Indonesia now to India, then to Brazil, and South Africa next. For the first time, you've got this string of four G20 presidencies led by developing countries, by middle-income countries. So it's really bringing a different tenor, I think, to the whole conversation. And India, again, really is being very ambitious in terms of what it hopes to achieve. And quite literally, India is seeking to achieve collective action and agreement on sort of five really important pillars. One is SDG acceleration, responding, for example, to the Secretary General's call, we need a rescue plan for the SDGs. Financing and technical partnership on climate action, incredibly important. Digital public goods, really taking advantage of India's very impressive story here and building digital public goods for the developing world. Women-led development, that's also really important. The Secretary General says, gender equality is the sort of issue of our time that we still need to achieve. Just energy transitions. We need energy transition towards renewable energies, but it has to be just and has to account for the fact that the poorest countries and poorest communities in the world are paying the price for climate change, which they did not create. And then, finally, reform of the multilateral system. I think India has rightly noted that the system we currently have is broken. It's not able to respond either to the short-term crises nor to the longer-term crises that we're facing. So I think India wishes to bring all of this together through an ambitious platform of collective action.